Hello to one and all, welcome to the channel Cloud Knowledge. Today in this video we'll study about the creation of Azure database for PostgreSQL flexible server via Powershell. Then that Powershell script we are going to execute in the Azure Cloudshell. We have to create the server, flexible server, then connect to it, create the database table, and then query the data from that database. So we'll go here to the first step, which is the creation of the flexible server. First step is to parameterize the password, and that password has to be a secure string. So we have to give the first command as $password, read it from host, prompt it to give a password which will be a secure string. So we'll copy this command, we'll go to the Azure portal. In the Azure portal, we have to open the Cloudshell. The Cloudshell is present on the right side. At the top, you can see here this icon, which is Cloudshell. So we'll open this Cloudshell, and we are going to work inside the test group resource group. So let me just maximize it. Here we are in the Cloudshell. If you want to switch it to the bash, we can use this option, switch to bash, the very first option. So here we are in the Cloudshell. We can paste our command to give the password. Once that command is executed, it will ask you to enter password. We'll set the password as hash ABCD1234 and again a hash. Click enter. Password is set. Now the next command is to create the server. So the command starts with new-az Postgres flexible server. The name of the server we have given as CKPS test server. Resource group name, the test group. Location East US 2 we have given. Then the username CKPS admin. The password which we have already set above. So the same password. Then the SKU tier and version. So we'll copy this command. You can parameterize other values too, but here we have given it as a single command. So we'll paste it. It will say that, so here after pasting, it will check for the existence of the resource group. Resource group exists, then it will start creating the server CKPS test server in that resource group. The next line, it is mentioned that it is using this SKU. Now we'll wait until the server is created. In the meantime, we can go to the duplicated tab of this Azure portal to the resource group here, and we'll click on the refresh button, and we could see that the CKPS test server is getting created, or it's already showing up here. Server is created with the description which we have given through the Powershell command, CKPS test server in the East US 2 region. We'll go back again to the Powershell here. We'll just wait for the confirmation over here on the CLI. So yeah, the confirmation came that your server is ready. CKPS test server East US 2, SKU, tier, login and version. Right? We'll go back. The next command is to configure a firewall rule for accepting connections. So we'll configure the firewall rule using the command new-az Postgres flexible server firewall rule. The name of the firewall rule is firewall rule -test, resource group name, server name, end IP address and start IP address. We have given all because it is only for demo purpose. So we'll just paste the command and wait for the firewall rule to be created. So in the output, it has given that the firewall rule test has been created or configured for the server. Now we'll go again back to the PPT. Next one is to get the connection information. When we copy this command and go to the Powershell, execute it. When we execute it, we'll get the same details when we created the server. Okay, so this looks fine. Now we'll go to the next command. Next is to connect to the PostgreSQL database using the pSQL command line utility. pSQL command line utility we'll use to create the database and other steps. It starts with pSQL, then we have to give the host name. Host name is the server name .postgres.database.azure.com. Then the port at which it listens to is 5432. You can refer to the official documentation for more details. Then your username, ckps admin, database name. So we'll just copy this command and paste it here and wait for it to execute. And we could see here that the error came, connection to the server failed or it's timed out. Is the server running on that host and accepting TCP IP connections? So there is an error in connection timeout error. We'll go back here and to the PPT. It says if the connection fails, we have to try the below options. We could either go for turning off the require secure transport, or we can restart the server. Let's try with the first option, require secure transport option. This is the extension. This is the server parameter. If we go inside the settings of the Postgres flexible server, under the settings we have server parameters. We have to search for this server parameter, require secure transport. By default it is on. We'll turn it off, save the settings. A new deployment will happen for this server. With the new setting of the server parameter. It completed, so we'll open the resource now. We'll go back to home, to the server, and wait for some time so that the changes reflect into the server, and again we'll execute the pSQL command. This time also it is taking more time, so it will be connection timed out. We'll go back to the PPT. It says the second option to restart the server. We'll go with the restart of the server. So copy this command, which is restart server, which is present inside this resource group name and the server name. So we'll do a Control-C and paste restart command. Let's wait for the server to get restarted. In some time we can see that it got restarted and we are back to the command line. Now we'll again try to execute the pSQL command. So just go with up arrow twice so that the history of the commands display, and we'll execute the pSQL command. Let's enter and wait. Yeah, so the same error came. There's one more option we can go and do. We'll go again back to the server. In the settings, we'll go to the network section. In the networking, under the firewall rules, we'll click on check on allow public access from any Azure service within the Azure of the server. Okay, and click on save. We'll wait for the connection security settings to be updated. These settings are updated for the server. We'll go back again here and execute the command again. This time it succeeded. So basically in the networking section we have to check mark on the firewall rule setting here. Go to the documentation here and we'll add that under firewall setting check. This setting we are going to update here. Allow, check, allow, access from any Azure service. So if this command fails, we have to try these options. Among the three options, the one which worked was this firewall settings. So since we allowed it to have public access, it worked. So we'll go back here, we'll give the password which we have set, ABCD1234#, and this will help us enter in the Postgres command line utility. So this will help us to enter inside the Postgres flexible server. Now we'll go again back to the PPT. We'll go to the next option. It is to create a database. Once we are connected to the server, we are going to create a blank database. So for that, we have a command called create database and the database name. So we'll paste this command over here. The database is created. At the prompt, execute the following command to switch connection to the newly created database. So we have to now enter inside the database. We'll go with this command \c my PGSQLDB. Now from Postgres server, we are inside the database. From the database, we are going to create the tables. So the next one is to create table inside this database. So we'll copy this inventory table, create command, we'll paste it, click enter, and the table will be created. And if you want to see the newly created table in the list of tables, we'll go with the option \dt, enter, we'll see the table created. Next, we are going to insert some data inside this table. So we'll use these two insert queries, copy, and we are going to paste it here, enter. Insertion completed successfully. Now we are going to do a select from the inventory table to do a select star from inventory semicolon. We'll copy the command, we'll paste it, and we'll see the data. So it has to be select and from has to be, the keywords has to be in capital letters, then only the output is coming, else it is giving us syntax error. This is how using Azure Cloudshell Powershell commands, we can create the Postgres flexible server, the database, tables, and query the data. Make sure you have enabled the network related settings. If you have these settings in place, that is the firewall settings, you have to allow the access from any service. Allow it, do your task, and then disable it from the portal or by using the update command in the firewall setting of the PowerShell. Or you can go with the restart option if it works for you. And third is to turn off the server parameter, require secure transport. Once you're done with the task, you can again enable this server parameter. Hope you've understood this video. Do let me know in comments if you face any issue in creation of the server using the PowerShell commands. Thank you for watching the video. Happy learning. Bye.